Hey everybody, this is Asia, and I just want to take a brief moment to kind of talk about something that's like really popping right now. We're like basically watching one of our favorite YouTubers go on like the biggest downward spiral. We're talking about EDP here. And me as a really small YouTuber, it's really disheartening to watch this because I think we all loved EDP for the person that he was naturally. Like, he could literally get on camera and just go on like this huge rant, and we would just all sit back and laugh at like the excessive curse words, the freaky analogies. But so probably about a week ago or a few days ago, Predator Poachers posted these receipts of, you know, him talking to this decoy of someone he thought was a 13-year-old. And the chat is disgusting. Yesterday, one of the members of their channel had did a live stream basically going off on the messages that he sent to this decoy 13-year-old girl. And guys, the chat was disgusting, you know. And not only that, but the video that premiered last night of them basically going over them, you know, them meeting up with him. He's like, I was just shocked the whole time because he was just like completely honest. And I'm not, you know, I'm not giving him a pass, or I'm not giving him like a thumbs up for being honest. Because I mean, you can't lie when the receipts and the work is all there. So it's not really much lying that he could have done. But it was just really disgusting of them going through those messages, and of him, you know, making these sexual remarks about these women. And even then, when he tried to like defend himself from the allegations, him like calling the girls the B words and sluts and stuff like that, I listened to that, and it's kind of sad because when I was listening to it, I was like, okay, this is wrong, but okay, EDP, like, I'm still gonna subscribe and be a fan. But I'm just so disappointed because, you know, I kind of started my YouTube channel to be like really funny, informative, entertaining, whatever. But like watching EDP like be like a natural human being online like really gave me hope that, hey, I can kind of like do the same thing and make people laugh and make people happy and proud of me or whatever. But I kind of knew something was up. I always knew that he was a creep because he would always put so much emphasis on him being a virgin. And I know that he definitely uploaded a video talking about how he lost his virginity, but it was like a 9-second video of him smiling, and I didn't believe it. But let's just say that he's not a virgin anymore right now. When people put so much emphasis on sexuality, and, you know, I'm going to say like probably 75% of his content was like pretty either sexual or about sports and the Eagles. Now, I only watched his videos mostly for like the comedic parts, but, you know, it was a lot of instances. And you know what? One of the funniest videos, in my opinion, by EDP is the certified titty man. And I don't want to, you know, say that to like boost his views up or anything. But if you guys watched it already, if you haven't, then so be it. But, you know, just the way that EDP talks, and the way that he, you know, goes about talking about porn, masturbation, his sexual preferences, and constantly cursing. I kind of sense like this pattern of, and he even talked about it in the video of them exposing him, this loneliness. But loneliness isn't an excuse to be a pedophile. And but let's keep up with this theme of loneliness and this theme of not belonging. And I'm getting a lot of excuses, bruh. And do you know the most sick, probably one of the sickest things I took away from that video was EDP bringing up, one, the excuse of loneliness, but he also started talking about his mom, which I think was like probably just, I think anything that he could have said in that video would have not even saved him the slightest. But if he thought that saying his mom and using his mom as an excuse of, sadness and loneliness of, oh, when I lost my mom, I lost my mind. EDP, if you're watching, which you're probably not, because at the end of the video, they call the cops and you might be going to jail, bro. But, using your deceased mother as an excuse for why you're lonely and why you're reaching out to kids and why you can't find a girl that's your age. I'm sorry, babe. That ain't it. Like, that's not it. Like, your mother, I'm pretty sure if your mom was alive, she would not want you to use, first of all, she wouldn't want you to talk to minors, number one. And number two, I hope that she's looking down on you and saying like, damn, like, really, where did I go wrong for you to bring your dead mom up as an excuse? Like, I kind of like, oh my God, like, I can't believe he really, really went there. I think that was like the most disturbing takeaway. Well, not the most disturbing, because talking to kids is clearly like that's a no in my book. That's an absolute no. That is like, that's the first no. That's what that is. And I don't want to make this video too long because I feel like between the live stream of that chat between EDP and the minor, I feel like that has already said way too much. It said enough. And then the premiered video from yesterday, that also said a lot. And this whole, it really just it's just like the same thing when we run into these predators. And it even reminds me of like To Catch a Predator, when they say like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get help, and you could hear EDP in the video saying like, I'm please guys, don't call the cops, I'm gonna get help, or I swear this is the first time this has ever happened, or this is never gonna happen again. It's really all the same thing. And at this point, I'm sure that mental health services need to be in place for that. But I don't know, just in my mind, I just feel like pedophiles and people who are sexually attracted to young children just have no place in the world. And, it's really sad because we come into these people like EDP, like clearly, most of us, we don't know him personally, but just watching this man in front of a camera has been the most entertaining, the most relieving, and the most comforting. I don't know, like, it's just so sad how, us as his fans are watching this downfall that has been going on for a while. Like, this isn't his first time talking to minors. Like, he's been caught doing this for a while now. And it's just like, it's so crazy as, us as fans, it took us this long to see this. It's the same routine and it's the same cycle of abuse, sexual abuse, and when it gets called out, it's just like, okay, well, this person said it. This person said it. This person has some receipts. This person has some receipts. This one is saying, hey, look into this. And it's just this cycle until real concrete evidence is presented. And it's like, why does it have to get to this point? It's sad it does, but it's just like, I think as fans, we really needed to see this in 4K. Like, this was in HD. Like, nigga, EDP cannot sit here and be like, oh, that wasn't me. That was him. And you know what? I feel like he's like really depressed too, because, and I'm not using that as an excuse for him to talk to minors. That's absolutely not an excuse. We're human. We're going to be depressed, but I can tell that EDP is really, really at his lowest. From that live stream he did, I think a week ago, of him mukbanging and emotionally eating, and he's been gaining a lot of weight. I don't want to I'm not fat shaming at all. Look at me. You can't see my full body, but I'm fat. But he's really, really low. Like, I've seen like his legs just couldn't support all that upper body. His stomach was just hanging like super, super low. He was not looking well. And, you know, catching all this on camera just further showed that, you know, him just being honest, like right there on the spot, like it's no hiding. Like, I think the moment that we're seeing EDP and how we've seen him prior years, you know, making us laugh, making us smile, this and that, you know, being one of the guys, the bros. And it's just like we get here where we get to see him at his largest, at his most desperate, and at his most honest. And, you know, this honesty thing, again, it's not like, you know, he can't lie in this instance. So you have no choice but to tell the truth. But we're seeing him at the most vulnerable moment. And then that part where he just brung up his mom, I just can't get over that. That was just the most disgusting thing. Not only to already have this sexual attraction to children, but you're migrating deceased family. Like, this is his mom. You're migrating this deceased person who is so attached to you that probably wouldn't have, you know, enjoyed you or wanted you in that lifestyle. We're seeing low EDP at his lowest. And I think right now, with all the evidence that's out, everyone's canceling him. Everyone's smoking on ED enter that prison, you know, 445. It's over. And rightfully so, because we cannot keep pushing these voices out who choose to use, manipulate, and confuse children. You know, so guys, mind blown. I don't want to make this, again, I don't want to make this video too long, but I'm not even really, it's sad that we're missing out on a true comedian here, someone who really brings smiles and laughs to millions of people. He has 2 million subscribers. His Instagram number has gone down since this whole thing. He's lost at least like 100,000 followers, more than that. And if we can check the video, the video right now has been uploaded about 12 hours ago. We can check his subscriber count now. I don't know if it's down or not, but I can almost guarantee, or I would hope so. But I would hope that everyone watching, we don't need to send prayers. We need to, well, since it was a decoy and no child was actually harmed. But the real issue is there are actually children hurting behind this. There are actually a lot of predators out there who go after minors. So let's not feel sorry for EDP. I mean, you can feel sorry for the decoy, but let's thank the producers and creators of Predator Poachers for keeping this alive, like helping to maximize and minimize these children's voices and their bodies and their minds. This is sick. What EDP did was sick. And I'll never condone it. I just can't. So, but yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in for my little thoughts here. I could really go on about it, but let's save that for another time, because I might do another video, because I'm seeing this pattern with lonely men, especially virgin men. Especially, throughout the media. If you guys know Skippy Scott, he's like another weirdo. And I think I'm going to do another video. I'm definitely not comparing him to EDP in any way, shape, or form. We don't have any evidence of, sexual allegations about Skippy. I don't want to, I'm just saying he definitely gives off vibes of, keep him away from women, because he could possibly be dangerous, just based on the things that he said. And like I said, maybe I'll make a different video for that. But thanks, guys, for tuning in to my video about EDP and the whole situation. But as of right now, I'm just keeping kids, like the thought of just, that kids are dealing with this. And they, unfortunately, some of them might fall under the influence because they're children. They don't have a lot of reason and right. So I think we just need to continue to pay attention to what's going on out there. What are some signs and signals? Because again, EDP really, he's been speaking about like just sexual things for like the longest. Like some of the videos come across as, whoa, you're a creep, you're wild, and you're too much. And now we're just seeing the aftermath of, you know, when you hypersexualize yourself and you put so much scrutiny and so much emphasis on sex, these are the troubles that might happen. Again, that's another topic for another video. Thanks guys for tuning in. You know, comment your thoughts below. Subscribe, because I got some more videos coming out. They might be too little too late, but you know, I'm really trying here. Y'all stay safe. Peace out.
So this is what you want to do with a 13-year-old, and you know, the only thing deterring you based on these messages, it wasn't the fact she was young, it was jail time that was deterring you, yes or no? Okay, so say there's no law, say we live in anarchy, you would have followed through with this, yes or no, had you been able to, correct? Okay, so